Listen to the roar of the crowd. That undeniable Filipino excellence is on full display again. Just like Alex lighting up the court, every victory forces the world to open its eyes and pay attention. We are the ones delivering the shockwaves. These are stories of pure heart and endless inspiration. We have absolutely stunned the globe. Yes, we shook the planet. And now, a massive storm is brewing on the horizon of the tennis world. Deep in the California desert at the prestigious BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, the showdown everyone is waiting for is set to explode, a clash that could completely shatter the Women's Tennis Association rankings. Standing in one corner is our pride, the 20-year-old rising phenomenon Alex Eala, ready to stare down the towering giant from Kazakhstan, Elena Rybakina. This is no ordinary skirmish. Rybakina is the current world number 3, standing 6 feet tall and wielding the power of a Grand Slam champion. But here is what the world has failed to realize: Alex Eala is no longer the underdog they remember. Armed with a blazing new career-high ranking of world number 31, Eala storms into California riding a wave of momentum after dismantling top 10 players across the Middle East. Just look back to February, when Eala sent shockwaves through the tour by crushing the opposition. She took down world number 8 Jasmine Paolini in Dubai. But what should truly terrify the Rybakina camp is how close Eala came to knocking her out during that nail-biter in Abu Dhabi just recently. Why is this the marquee matchup of Indian Wells? Because it is the ultimate collision of raw power versus unyielding grit. Rybakina reigns as the ace-queen with a serve that spells doom for opponents, while Eala has evolved into a defensive fortress, refusing to surrender a single inch in any rally. On the line is the national pride of Kazakhstan colliding with the feverish Philippine dream of crowning its first-ever Grand Slam caliber champion. Critics scream that it is impossible for Eala to topple a world number 3 at a Masters 1000 event. But looking at Alex's savage track record in 2026, the word impossible has been completely erased from her vocabulary. Is California truly ready for a full-scale Filipino invasion, or will the sheer brute force of Kazakhstan reign supreme? Only one thing is certain: the moment that ball is tossed, the earth will stand still to witness a giant force to respect the fighting spirit of Filipino blood. In the brutal landscape of professional tennis, rankings are usually the ultimate yardstick of skill. However, in 2026, Alex Eala has effectively incinerated the line that separates the underdog from the elite. This impending clash at the BNP Paribas Open in California is far more than just another scheduled matchup. It is a war between an established Grand Slam titan and a Filipina sensation who absolutely refuses to halt her ascent to the summit. Let us break down the tale of the tape, because statistically, the chasm between them seems massive. But does our challenger possess the secret weapon to shatter the ice of Kazakhstan? Make no mistake, Rybakina is a lethal force. She sits comfortably at world number 3, fresh off her conquest as the 2026 Australian Open champion. Towering at 6 feet flat, her dominance relies on imposing big-game tennis, cementing her status as the undisputed ace-queen of the WTA. In fact, she is currently torching the leaderboard as the premier player for service aces this season. She unleashes one of the fastest serves on tour, rocketing past 190 kilometers per hour. And when it comes to hardware, Rybakina already boasts the 2022 Wimbledon crown and the fresh 2026 Australian Open title. She thrives in the pressure cooker of massive arenas. She owns courts like the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, the very ground where she claimed the title in 2023. Her advantages are her wingspan and pure power. She can terminate a point in 2 to 3 strokes, firing flat forehands that strike the baseline like sniper bullets. Now, meet the fire of the Philippines. On the other side of the net, Alex Eala is experiencing her golden year. At just 20 years old, she snatched a career-high ranking of world number 31 this past February 21st, 2026. She vaulted 16 places from number 47 following a historic quarterfinal run at the Dubai Tennis Championships, where she ejected world number 10 Jasmine Paolini. If Rybakina brings the heavy artillery of power, then grit and ironclad mental toughness are Eala's ammunition. Standing at 5'9", Alex is smaller, but significantly more agile. Her style is aggressive, counterpunching. She is fearless when it comes to trading blows in exhausted, extended rallies. Experts now consider her backhand to be one of the most reliable and consistent weapons on the entire tour. While Rybakina holds the pro majors, Eala is a 3-time junior Grand Slam champion who is making a habit of delivering nightmares to top 10 players on the pro circuit. Let's compare skills. In the battle of power versus precision, the serve is heavily one-sided in Rybakina's favor. However, Eala has demonstrated massive improvements in her second serve percentage, a critical evolution preventing heavy hitters from breaking her easily. Return of serve. This is where Eala takes the edge. During her clash with Rybakina in Abu Dhabi just last week, Alex proved she can decipher the Kazakh's monster serve, creating a barrage of breakpoint opportunities. Movement. Eala is undeniably the faster athlete on the court. Her footwork is elite tier, exactly what she needs to hunt down Rybakina's sharp angles on the rapid hard courts of California. It is the classic warfare between the unstoppable force and the immovable object. Kazakhstan brings the raw power, but the Philippines brings the heart. Who breaks first under the blazing California sun? Who is this girl from the Philippines? That question echoed through Abu Dhabi this past February, 2026. Long before the California Showdown, the opening chapter of this rivalry had already been written. The Eala versus Rybakina clash ignited a spark of genuine fear deep within the world number 3's camp. Under the blinding lights of Mubadala, Rybakina strutted in like royalty, flaunting her Australian Open 2026 crown. Nobody expected a 20-year-old Filipina to be the one to choke the life out of her game. But the world was wrong. The giant stumbled. In the opening set, Rybakina unleashed absolute fury. Her serves were thunderbolts Alex couldn't touch, ending the set 6-2 for the Kazakh titan. The crowd wrote it off as a slaughter, predicting another quick execution for the heavy favorite. Then the Filipino fighting spirit kicked in. Surrounded by the roar of her people, Alex's energy shifted entirely. Eala turned into a defensive wall. Shots from Rybakina that should have been guaranteed kills. Alex chased down and fired back from impossible angles, forcing Rybakina into desperate errors. In the second set, Eala snatched the tiebreak 7-6 after a leg-shaking 25-shot rally. The stadium erupted, sounding just like Manila on a Friday night. Then came the final blow. In the deciding set, the true brutal nature of this war revealed itself. While Rybakina started fading and getting frustrated, Eala only got hungrier and more aggressive. Match point. Alex unleashed a cross-court winner that left Rybakina frozen. Alex Eala took down the world number 3. This wasn't just an upset. It was a declaration of war. The Philippines has arrived on the world stage. Why does this matter for Indian Wells? Because that night in Abu Dhabi shattered the myth of Rybakina's invincibility. Alex cracked the code. She knows how to read the Kazakh serve, and she's riding that wave to California. She vaulted from rank 47 to world number 31, riding the back of victories exactly like this one. For Rybakina, the California desert represents one thing: cold-blooded revenge. But for Alex Eala, it's the chance to prove Abu Dhabi wasn't a fluke, it was the dawn of her era. The kid who once just watched on TV is now the predator causing nightmares for Grand Slam champions.